Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to walk you through the body condition scoring dashboard. So the default dashboard is mobility. You'll see beside that there's another tab for BCS, body condition score. So if you click that, you'll see there are 5 different charts. So I'll just start with one to walk you through what is shown in these charts. So each chart represents a different group of cows. That's described in the title. If you hover over the title, you'll see exactly which cows are included in there. So in this case, fresh cows is by default defined as any cow between 0 and 7 days in milk. You can see just under the title it says 9 cows, so that's 9 cows who are currently, as of today, between 0 and 7 days in milk. On the bottom of the graph, it shows averages for the cows who currently meet that condition. So you can see there's 9 cows who are currently between 0 and 7 days of milk, and their average body condition score is 3.72, and their average 7-day average milk weight is 24. And this is compared, so the numbers beside, so you can see there's a increase of 0.2 in body condition and a decrease of 2.41 in milk. And the time range that difference is calculated over is defined by what's set up here. So by default, that's 3 months. So what we're saying is today, your fresh cows are averaging 3.72, and that's 0.2 greater than what fresh cows were averaging at 3 months ago, and then same for milk weight as well. So it's not taking the cows who are fresh today and then taking those same 9 cows and going back 3 months. What it's doing is it's going back 3 months and finding which cows were between 0 and 7 days in milk 3 months ago, and it's comparing to those group of cows. So it's a different group of animals, and you can see actually that's what the symbol here under the title said 9 cows today, and that's 4 less than 3 months ago. So 3 months ago we went back, we found which cows were fresh, and actually it was 9 plus 4, so 13 cows met that criteria 3 months ago. So I hope that bit makes sense. You can change this if you wanted to compare to, say, 1 month ago instead. You'll see the dashboard updates and the numbers will be different, the comparison numbers. You can also filter to different lactation. So if you're only interested, say, in your second lactation cows, again, those filters will be applied like that. Just go back to the defaults. And then I will talk about these bar charts here. So Capital I uses the body condition score range 1 to 5 in 0.25 increments. And then this chart shows you the distribution of cows over that range. The darker color is cows currently in that group of cows, and then the lighter color represents whichever time range you've selected. So if we focus just on the dark colors for now, this is looking at all cows who are currently between 0 and 7 days in milk, and you can see the distribution. So there's 1 cow who has a score 3.25, because you see it's in between the 3 and the 3.5. You can see there's 3 cows at 3.5, 3 cows at 3.75, and a further 2 cows at 4.25. You can click on any of the bars and it will show you which cows are in that range. So if I just click on the 4.25 bar, I'll just click on it, and you can see the list of cows. So there's 2 cows who are currently 4.25. You can see there's one, it's 4.25, and her current milk is 37. There's another cow and her milk is 30. So actually a bit of difference in the milk for those cows who are fresh and at BCS of 4.25. You can click on any of these cows and it will take you straight to her page where you can look in a bit more detail. So by default, it will probably actually show you mobility score in here. So I'll just switch to body condition, and then you'll probably want to also see milk at the same time. And again, with BCS, you're probably more likely to interpret the data using where she is in her lactation. So if you switch the view to lactation, you can see that you get days in milk along the bottom, and you can see any events. So actually she had a pen change because she was fresh. You can see her body condition there in blue. So you see 4.25, and you can see her milk's increasing as you would expect. So you can use that chart to investigate your cows in a bit more data, look at some outliers. You might want to do a bit of a deep dive into these cows, fresh cows 3 months ago who were scoring quite low compared to the rest. Or you can just use the averages. You can just quickly check in each day to see how the average is going, because maybe you've got a target for your fresh cows. Maybe you want your fresh cows this time next month, you want them to average at 3.5 or 3.25 or whatever you choose. So you can use this as a quick way to check in every day how things are going. I'll just walk through the remainder of the chart. So it's the same data is shown, and you can filter each one in the same way. Apart from fresh, we have 30 days in milk. So that's any cow between 28 and 32. Peak milk is any cow. This one's a bit more complicated in that we have different days in milk range depending on her lactation number. So you can have a look through there if you want to see that in more detail. Then we have 100 days pre-dry. So that uses the data from your herd management system to get days until dry off. So you can see this is any cow between 98 and 102 days to dry off. And then finally we've got this recently dry down the bottom. So that's any cow that's due to dry off soon. So that's 0 to 7 days from dry off. These charts can be customized. So you will notice that not all of your cows are shown in all of the charts. So you see here, fresh goes from 0 to 7 days of milk. And then the next chart we have is cows between 28 and 32. So there's a range of cows we're missing in there. There was one farm, for example, they wanted to monitor cows between 0 and 30 days of milk, 30 to 50 days of milk, 50 to 100 days of milk. And so these can be modified to suit what your needs and to look at any groups of cows that you find interesting. So if you want to change that, reach out to us and we can customize this to whatever you want to see.